Thy will be done in earth as it is. And that's what you should be looking for. But we so messed up. We've been brainwashed. But he said many false prophets would rise. That's why he said this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness to who? All nations. And then shall the end come. So all nations again got to hear it all over again. It's for all nations. And the few that believe from among all nations, God is going to save them, and it's going to be hell to pay for the rest. But now let's go further. We're going to come back to Matthew. Go to Psalm 147, because that shows you right there at the beginning that the gospel is for everybody. All nations. Jesus said it twice. Go forth and preach out to all nations. It's not just for Israel. But now I got to throw in here that it do start with Israel. Israel is the one nation that everything do start with. And you need to understand that. You need to understand that for sure. Psalm 147. And Jesus is going to verify that he start with Israel. Even though the gospel is for all nations, he start with Israel. So that lets you know where you got to go drink your water from. It's going to come from Israel. That's where you got to lead the horse to the water. He got to come, everybody, all nations going to have to get the word from Israel ultimately, if they're going to have it the right way. Psalm 147 and verse 1. See, we miss that. We try to make it like God is just general now. Now, like I said at the beginning, you have went too far to the left. You've taken too much liberty. Yeah, the gospel is for all nations, but he do start with Israel. Psalm 147 and 1. Go ahead.
Praise ye the Lord, for it is good to sing praises unto our God.
Oh, definitely. It's good to sing praises to our God. But you got to read further. Psalm 47 says sing praises with understanding. You can't just be singing about anything to God or doing anything and think your singing is acceptable. I can read you in the Bible in Amos, God said he don't want to hear your song. Because if you doing wickedness, all the singing your little heart can do ain't going to matter to God. It's not going to matter. But all things being equal, you believing and serving God according to what he say the best you can. It's good to sing praises to our God. For what?
For it is pleasant. And praise is coming.
Praise is good. Go ahead, verse 2. But now, if you believe in praising God, which is good, you can't skip verse 2. Go ahead.
The Lord doth build up Jerusalem. He gathereth together the outcast of Israel.
See, to the average person, they don't know the importance of Israel. That verse don't mean nothing. They heard about praising the Lord. But see, it's bigger than praising the Lord. You got to know what the Lord is about as well. You got to know who you praising. So now verse 2, right after talk about praising the Lord, you can't omit where he said, the Lord doth build up Jerusalem. He gathered together the outcast of Israel. The same one you praising, this is what he's about. Israel is at the top of the list for him. That's the top nation for God. But he want to save people from all nations. Go ahead, verse 3.
He healeth the broken in heart and bindeth up their wounds.
Now you can hear people saying, oh God, you know, you having a hard time, but God healeth the broken in heart. And he binded up all their wounds. You know, they got a lot of little cliches built off of scriptures like this. Oh, you know, the earth don't have no pains that heaven can't heal. You know, he got some of these nice sayings. Okay, that's good. But now you can't skip over verse 2. The same one that healed the broken and hearted and binded up the wound, he the same one that deal with Israel, don't he? He built up Jerusalem. He gathered the outcasts of Israel. He do it all. He the one to do this. Skip down to verse 16. Let's see what else this mighty God do. Go ahead.
He giveth snow like wool.
Oh, we just seen a whole lot of snow around here. They was talking about breaking records. We were snowed in. So we know this is the case around here, don't we? He giveth snow like wool. It was a whole lot of wool out there. I was so happy I got a chance to go to L.A. at the end of that week, boy. Go ahead.
He scattereth the hoarfrost like ashes.
He scattered the hoarfrost like ashes. Go ahead.
He casteth forth his ice like morsels. Who can stand who can stand before his cold?
Yeah, even all the tough gangsters go in the house, don't they, when they get cold?
Definitely.
You don't even have all that killing going on. Lord know how to put you to bed. All of them go, the corners be empty. You know why? Because who can stand before his cold? You find you some heat and get out the way, don't you? Go ahead, verse 18.
He sendeth out his word and melteth them.
See, this is how awesome God is. He sends snow and make it cold. Then all of a sudden, he says, time for some warm weather, which we're getting a little bit now. He sendeth out his word and melteth them. Go ahead.
He causeth his wind to blow and the waters flow.
See, the ice started melting. He caused the wind to blow and the waters to flow. But now this is God who do all this. But let's see what else he do. See, we can't take a little bit of the word that we just want to take. We have to deal with it all. So all we got to do, keep reading. We're going to see what else the mighty God do. What else he do?
He sheweth his word unto Jacob.
Oh, you mean this what God do? The one that bring the snow and then melt it? The one that healeth up the broken and hearted? He showeth his word unto Jacob, and that's the end of the story. That's who he deal with. That's why the other nations, though he want to save people from all nations, they get it through Jacob. This the way. That's how this Bible is here. He only been dealing with Jacob from Genesis to Revelation. That's who he been dealing with. That's how I know when people start talking about Muhammad, I know he didn't raise up no prophets from no other nations to do nothing like that.
That's right.
He only deal with Israel. Amos 2 tell you that he made of Israel's sons, prophets and Nazarite. He only deal with Jacob. So I know he didn't have to go find nobody in Arabia to give him none. He don't do that. The only way somebody in Arabia really get it is through Jacob. That's the way they get it. Even when the angel, even if the angel would have went to Muhammad, he would have said, look, you need to go over there and find one of them Israelites and let them teach you the word. Because we're going to read that. That's what he did with Cornelius in Acts the 10th chapter. But now, he said he sendeth his word, he showeth his word unto Jacob and who else?
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
See, Israel and Jacob is one and the same. He just used them interchangeably because Jacob's name was changed to Israel. His statutes and judgments unto Israel. But what about the other day? Have he dealt with any other nation like the Arabians or the Japanese or the Chinese or the Nigerians? Let's see.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
Oh, he ain't dealt with no other nation like this, have he? He only deal with Jacob like this. He showed all to Jacob, and then from Jacob. But that's how awesome God is. He ain't got to go around from nation to nation, tell them this is what I want, this is what I want. He started with one nation and let it spread from there. God is practical, isn't he? Just like he don't have to come to everybody that's in this house right now and give you a vision or tell you something at night while you sleep. He can just come to one of us and we can stand up here and tell the rest of you. That's how God works. So he said, look, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Read 20 again.
He has not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known. Praise ye the Lord.
Oh, praise the Lord behind that too, right? See, Israel, we've been stiff-necked. That's why things messed up. But he still only deal with Israel. Let's see if Jesus changed that when he came. Matthew 10. Because people think Jesus came with something different. He changed everything. But the Bible say God don't change. The Bible say even about Jesus, he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Matthew 10. Yeah, Matthew 10. Matthew 10. Oh, I had 20 on there. Yeah, that's 10. Matthew 10. It's a good thing I have my handwritten notes. Matthew 10, and we're going to pick it up at verse 5. Because now we saw clearly the word is for all nations. But we seeing where the word started at. The word started with Jacob, with Israel. That's where it started at. See, but brothers got carried away and act like they the only ones. Israel the only one. You know, the white man is the devil. He going to just get rid of the white man. That don't make no sense at all. That don't make no sense. You saying God's a respect of persons. You telling me a Gentile could do everything God said do in his word and he going to put him in hell. And he going to save somebody else who's a no good, low down, dirty son of a gun. Nah, God is no respect of persons like that. He don't operate like that. But now, Matthew 10 and verse 5. Go ahead.
These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Now you see what Jesus, this is his 12 disciples. Notice he had 12 disciples. Why? In honor of the 12 tribes of Israel. He was in line to the T. And he knew what his mission was. He knew where he had to start at. So that's why he sent his 12 disciples. He said, don't go in the way of the Gentiles. Now, if you just stop reading the Bible here, you could say, well, God don't want nobody else to hear it, right? But see, we know it's much more to read. But this just shows you where he started at, brothers and sisters. Now, he was clear. He said, don't go in the way of the Gentiles. Don't go to no city of the Samaritans. Now, who were the Samaritans? They were non-Israelites who had been implanted in the land. And some of them even thought they had been there so long. They thought they was a part of it. They was wondering why the real Israel didn't pay them no attention. Because they had been following some of the customs. See, you could even fool yourself after some years. So them Samaritans was in the land, but see, Jesus and the rest of the Israelites knew they wasn't the real Jews. They wasn't Israel. They knew it. So Jesus made it plain. He said, don't go talk to the Gentiles. Don't go talk to the Samaritans. That make it sound like he a little prejudiced, right? No, he just got order. Didn't he say he show his word unto Jacob? So when he come in the flesh, who he going to start with? Nobody but Israel. So he said, don't go into the Gentiles, into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not. Read 6 again.
But rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Still Israel, isn't it? That's all he was concerned with for the time being, right? Because that's who he start with. He show his word unto Jacob, like we just read. And he don't deal with no other nation like that. So when he come in the flesh, he gonna keep it straight. Go ahead, what did he say do? Verse 7.
And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
See, now he told him to go preach, but he only sent him to go preach to Israel, right? So again, if you stop here, you might have a case to say, well, the gospel is only for Israel. But see, we know the story continues to evolve. The story continues to go on. Let's go further. Let's go to John 4. Because even Jesus, when he encountered, now he didn't go purposely looking for no Gentile or no Samaritan, but he happened to bump into one at the well. He bumped into the Samaritan woman. He gonna preach to the woman and tell her she can get saved if she pay attention. This show you how awesome God is. He gonna give you an example right here. Now he already told them don't go preaching looking for them people. And he didn't go looking for her. He just happened to bump into this woman. But when he bumped into her, he still offered her salvation. We gonna see. John the 4th chapter. This is what we don't understand the whole story. You got Israelites saying all the nations gonna get killed. They didn't mess Israel up who they really are. I guess since they gonna kill all the Gentiles, what they call white people, they had to make a way to include some other people. So they said, well, these other people, the Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans, you know, and the Indians, they all a part of Israel. That's ludicrous. What other nation you know made up of all kind of different races? There's no nation on the planet like that. So we know Israel is a black nation, period, and cursed by God. But God is a God of all nations, and he going to save people from all nations. He just started with Israel. John 4 and 9. Pay attention. Now, this is Jesus now. See, we just showing. He going to deal with all nations. But everything is centered around Israel. So you need to get the full understanding. 4 and 9. Go ahead.
Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, how is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Okay, now see, this woman knew. This woman knew what the M.O. was. She asked him Jesus. She said, now, because how we skipped over, you can read on your own the whole chapter, whenever you get time. Jesus bumped into this woman, and he was thirsty. And she drawing some water from the well. And he said, look, he said, give me something to drink. And so this is her reply to him. You know, she figured she in the driver's seat now. You going to ask me for something to drink. I could probably see her turning her neck. You going to ask me for something to drink. So that was her reply to Jesus. Then said the woman, us submit. Now we just read what Jesus said, don't go preach to them, right? Well, he said, don't go to none of their cities, which meant he didn't want them to hear it. Or the Gentiles. It wasn't time yet.
But now this woman of Samaria said unto him, how is it? And she understood the plan. She said, how is it thou being a Jew askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritan.